His name is Mo DeWitt. Every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. Listen, if it's a slip and fall, if it's a car accident, you don't need to worry about who you need to hit up because he's got you covered. If you live in Central Florida, we try to go as local as we can. I keep bringing up local, and Mo DeWitt is exactly that. He's always throwing local events. He just threw a bowling event. He has all these VIP dinners. He always is reaching out into the community. He's always present, and he's always got your back.
And he's even sponsoring our upcoming Fringe show as well. Mo doubled down support for us. Support Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
After all of that,
If you're in your car,
baby.
if you're in your office, why are you listening? But why are you... Wait,
Baby!
I know I shouldn't start off the episode with questioning. Welcome to Good Sauce. This is episode 55, dude.
Feeling good.
E-Bombs World 55. My name is Ross Pat.
World star.
That is Joel Warren.
Oh.
And that is Nico Renato.
55.
55. All right, so shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Orange County History Center. We have Mr. Mo DeWitt. We have more guy
Mr. Mo DeWitt.
Mr. Mo DeWitt.
So formal.
Do it.
So I'm really happy.
Yo.
I'm very pumped. I'm excited.
Why? Why?
Why? I'm coming in hot.
Why?
With an aspirated H, I ask you why?
Because we have built a studio in my mother-in-law's suite here in my house that is now being sent to a amazing local legendary radio station, aka we have a platform.
It sucked we had to kick your mother-in-law out, though.
Yeah, no.
Your mother-in-law is so sweet, she gave us the suite.
But we have a platform. All right?
Yes,
we can
a soapbox, if you will.
A soapbox. People will hear what I'm about to say.
Announce it.
And that's an opportunity. I'm a hero.
Okay. That was...
Like an American hero?
I am a family husband hero.
It keeps getting better.
I'm a hero. Renato, buckle up, dude.
They don't all wear capes. This one wears headphones.
Yeah, dude. I just wanted to describe to you guys what happened on my last weekend.
Please describe this heroic achievement.
I call my wife up. We start talking, 12. I'm at work. I'm out of the house. I'm doing stuff. She goes, my right boob is killing me.
Hate when that happens.
Right boob
Yeah,
is...
hate to hear that.
Right? It happens to the best of us.
That's an out for the season injury.
Yeah, that's like a, yeah.
Is she right boobed?
She's right boobed, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
it's the dominant one.
It's the dominant one as well. Find out exactly what's happening. Now, let's take a quick little serious note. I'm a dad, believe it or not. I have to tell myself that every day as well. It's insane.
It's good to remind yourself just so you don't forget.
My son is breastfeeding. Breastfeeding, guess what? Where that comes from? Boob. And sometimes, half the time, the right boob. Mm-hmm. What happened to my wife's right boob?
And you're not ever involved.
No.
So she's doing 100% of the lifting in this.
1,000% of the lifting.
Okay.
I am, like that lump that you see like on a road or a log. That's my role in this whole parenthood thing right now. Yeah. I'm the nub that got broken off of a already chopped down tree.
Bit of a speed bump.
She looks at me and goes, there's a milk blockage. Dog, what? What are we talking about with a milk blockage?
Houston, we have a milk blockage.
Houston, we have a milk blockage is correct.
The Milky Way is blocked.
That Milky Way, it has a dam.
It is a milky no way.
Now, this is just real life stuff. I'm just being upfront on how intense and just like I did not expect this to be part of my life ever.
Yeah, Joel Jokey timeout. You called me.
Yeah, I called Joel.
I get this phone call and he goes, I don't know who else I'm supposed to call right now. And I was like, okay.
I think I know where.
You know a bail bondsman? He's like, no. We got a milk blockage.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
And this was one of those cases where I felt like kind of a bit of a disappointment because I know you've called me in the past just because I'm older and I've done a lot of dumb things, and you're like, what do you do when you do this?
Yeah.
And I've known the answer, and I told you, I was like, YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never dealt with this.
My wife is in a lot of pain. The right boob is not doing well. And almost like, chest area, the internet, she goes to YouTube, the internet,
Yeah.
right? Finds out you need an electric toothbrush.
Wow, not what I was expecting.
Plot twist, right?
Yeah.
Did she have a plaque buildup in there?
What does crest have to do with any of that?
How often do you floss a boob?
Why do you go crest to chest? Who goes crest to chest?
Yeah. Like, were you using mint? That's why.
The vibration on the micro vibration. So milk blockage, it's a fat blockage. Milk is a lot of fat, right? It's stuck.
So I'm told.
Yeah. I guess there's like something going on. It can't move. There's a dam of some sort. So that's supposed to break it up. That doesn't work. Hot compress, that doesn't work. Last option that the internet tells her is ask your partner.
I got two things in mind. Just keep going though.
Ask your partner to be a hero.
And
I doubt it said it that way.
It did not say it that way, but that's how I took it.
That's how you heard it because you needed motivation. And you already told us, I mean, you kind of spoiled the ending. You called yourself a hero, so I think I know, and I do know.
Yeah.
okay, just because I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
What did you have to do to become a hero?
She comes home. I come home. She then looks at me and she's like wincing. And she looks at me and tells me that the best way to do this, according to the internet, because that's what we all do now.
Yes.
All of us just goes, tell me, digital God, what to do.
It's not just us. Last time I went to Centricare, I watched them do it. Not kidding.
Internet tells us make use of gravity. You have to make use of gravity. So
Keg stander?
Handstand.
I am on the bed. She's on all fours over me. Dangling. And then me.
Like a baby cow.
Yeah. Like a fish.
What?
Like
So,
like
wait,
like
hold
a
on.
like a
So wait, why are you under her though?
for gravity. So to get as much motivation for that blockage to go through.
But wouldn't she be like standing up to hold her feet up? Like is she doing like a handstand type deal?
She's on all fours.
She's on all
she's
fours.
on all fours. Okay.
Yeah. And right boob is
And then he
where we need
slid
to
under
go.
like a mechanic.
Yeah.
And now he's about to unclog the Benjamin.
Dude, you have
Really?
no idea how hard you just nailed that.
Lips to nips.
Oh my goodness.
Was it like that?
It was 100%. I don't care if we lose some people here. It's exactly like hitting a fully legal weed pen that is clogged. It was exactly like that. Oh my God. Like
He was at a 420 degree angle.
it was the gnarliest thing I have ever done. I say I was a hero. I was such a bitch about it in the sense of like, I showed up, I went home, I drank a little bit of tequila. I had to get amped up. Like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I got to, I got to let loose.
This reminds me of a Beck lyric. Hot milk. Tweak my nipple.
It's very,
That's part of the lyrics. I'm not going to misquote Beck.
Well, was it also like
Champagne ripple.
when you like fully unscrew the cap on your oil and it just like flows out? Like
how about this? So I go for just like a
When the levee breaks.
yeah, right.
just like a pen, just like one of those fully legal weed pens. Those, like the first round, I got nothing. I had to ramp up.
Yeah,
I had to ramp up to it. Second time, I went in Tiger Woods red.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's best.
Sunday's best. I went in hot. real hard. Boom, did it.
MacGyver.
Ripped, got it, dunked on it, and then I understood and I realized, like, man, this is different. This is a different lifestyle.
What's the takeaway? Like, what did you learn about yourself in that?
That I need to appreciate women more.
Why?
Because my reaction to it was I immediately spit on a towel. Like, I found out that I was a spitter. Okay.
I mean,
there's no easy way to say this. And it was really hard not to think about.
you didn't want to.
And yet you still call yourself a hero.
We've tried it before, so it's not like you would be curious on like as to what it would taste like.
Yeah, but this was farm to table.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure just being in that position though, and
Dude, I can really paint that picture, right? I think we've really accomplished what
This has
happened.
been one of the most vivid episodes yet.
yeah,
Real storytelling. You've painted quite a picture.
And my wife and I have been laughing about it ever since.
I arrived at your house for rehearsal for the Fringe show
Yeah,
11 minutes after this occurred,
you did.
which was 9 minutes after our stage manager got there.
Yeah. Which was also very
You had
funny.
people on their way to your house and this procedure had to take place. Like, you were under the gun. This
Yeah.
was like a medical drama.
Yeah, it was like, you ever see like the opening episode for the show 24?
Yeah.
The
clock was
yeah,
running.
the clock was running. It felt very 24-ish.
And you had to dismantle this milk bomb.
But stage manager for our show was outside of our house, and she called me, like, she goes, "Hey, I'm here," and my response was like, "I need 90 more seconds. Can I get like 90 more seconds?" She thought something else was happening. She thought I was being a bad guy. I was being a hero.
Yeah.
oh,
And man,
did it relieve her pain?
yeah, it worked.
So it was like Bloob Balls,
She had Bloob Balls.
Bloob Balls.
Wow, rarely do we find the show title this quickly.
Bloob Balls.
Bloob Balls.
That is great.
I thought
I can't wait. I know I'm in love with my wife because I cannot wait to tell her that.
I thought that was one of the two things that I thought he was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was hoping not for that.
What was the other one?
The other one was just that he had to like massage it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
massage it out and loosen it up a little bit.
I put
She
on-
could have done that, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, why? I refuse.
But I thought for some reason you said gravity, so immediately I was like, "Oh, she's got to do a handstand on the wall."
Yeah.
No, he laid on the roof and held her ankles.
But what you made
She's upside down.
You made it make sense when you said that he slid under her like a mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you were on top of one of those things with wheels, right?
Oh, I get.
All right, honey. He puts his goggles on for safety.
Why
and
couldn't
then
she
slides.
have Miles do that?
Not enough strength.
Not enough, like,
Oh, dude.
PSI.
respect.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he didn't
See
have
what
enough
I'm talking
PSI.
about? I straight Vince Carter slam dunk contest.
You had to
on this
siphon
thing.
it.
Nobody sucks and spits like Ross.
It was, dude. It was like, we have to be careful what we say right now because of
Starting now.
FCC and stuff. But like, it was really hard for me not to, like, after that happened, and people also, they, are very curious of like, what did it taste like? She asked me, like, what did it taste like? Because she also hasn't tried it yet. Because she's also, I think, a little weirded out by it. I did taste it. It's like sweet with a splash of indifference. It's time for us to talk to you about how cool the History Center is.
4 floors of awesomeness.
They're always breaking out new exhibits. This last one is probably my favorite they've ever dropped. Orlando Collected is a beautiful, amazing, history-rich exhibit going through all of Orlando's history. They have 150 items that describe and have you travel through Orlando's history.
Orlando's looking pretty good for 150. Celebrate our 150th birthday. Check out the Orlando Collected at the History Center. And check them out online, as always, at the best website of all time,
Can't believe they got it.
thehistorycenter.org.
The thing that threw me
Not
off.
ordering that Starbucks order.
Yeah. Can I get sweetness with?
Can I get an indifference latte? Sugar-free?
I just really want to taste the apathy, you know? Yeah. Like it tastes like it didn't know which way it wanted to go.
Give me something that tastes like a library.
But the reason why I got rocked by it, the temperature.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about
Well,
that. What is
also-
that? What is that like?
I don't even like hot coffee. Like I don't do any warm drinks.
And she had just had a heating pad, if I'm remembering the details
Heating-
correctly.
Also, it was like
It was
100 plus.
steamed milk,
Toasted, yeah.
toasted, yeah,
Steamed, yeah.
frothed.
However,
Oh, it came out like a little frappuccino.
yeah, did the noise go?
I just think it's funny you siphoned
Yeah, I did that.
some milk.
And then also, but jokes aside,
Why?
jokes aside, it felt really cool to be given an opportunity to be a good partner. You know, what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you were successful. Like, I'm sure people have had failed attempts at that, and then they had to go have a professional do it.
We were
and can
close
you
to-
imagine if you had to go watch, and then like a male nurse walks in? And
Oh,
he's like,
God.
don't worry, I'll take care of
He's
this.
putting on chapstick, and you're like, no,
Like, why does he have jeans on?
way?
Yeah. Who's this guy? We bring him in when this happens.
Put on chat.
Anthony always delivers.
It looks like
He's our specialist.
he has the same vibe of hiding dino DNA in Barbasol.
Yeah.
You know, like he's gonna.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind if I rub your shoulder while I do this.
Yeah. You watch. Whoa.
You're like, no, that's okay. Just let her die.
Yeah. Well, we were very close to going to the hospital. We were.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was a coin flip on whether or not.
You were so close to Anthony.
But then the Viper. But then the Viper showed up.
The Viper.
The Viper.
What a hero you are.
Yeah. The Hoover.
Yeah,
The hoof.
The Hoov.
the hamster.
The squirrel. The squirrel is back.
The squirrel.
last
Oh, dude, the squirrel is back. She was like, honey, you know what I need you to do?
Yeah.
That's right.
It was
Well, buddy, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud. I also bring this up like I know it's fun and funny, but I was also really proud of myself.
You came
we
through in
did
a
it.
time of need.
Yeah.
There's not many times I'll make this even a serious. I'll watch this little pivot on a serious, make this a even more serious conversation. There's not many times in life when, because it is some level of controlled chaos as we go day to day to day, where life gives you an opportunity to find out how far you're willing to go. And this wasn't how far I was willing to go on something mundane. We're talking my wife.
Yeah.
We're talking my main squeeze,
Like
my queen.
Like, I've pretty much done this already before.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm sure you have in your...
Recreationally done.
yeah,
the same
recreationally basically done that already. Just didn't have all that extracurricular.
It's never just been in the
activity.
emergency room vibe,
All right.
you know.
So maybe I didn't paint the picture correctly.
No. I know what happened.
I have not ever done that recreational. I mean, I went in.
Like a triple thick milkshake.
Dude, well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. This
Yeah.
was
Yeah, no.
not a recreational thing. She told me before it happened, she goes, listen, I'm going to go,
Honey, and I don't mean this in a joking way. Have you ever had boba?
She literally told me that she was going to make like a pain noise.
Oh no.
And
knew.
then
I remember.
and then she told me to like, don't stop.
She said, don't stop unless I say stop. And because I remember, I go, your safe word was stop?
Yeah.
She was like, yes. And
For you
in this
guys-
case, it was.
But there's a,
For you guys, it's a a relationship thing, a time of need. But for a lot of people, I bet that this is a kinky situation.
Do you think people are going to role play this? They're like, all right, I'm Olivia.
Oh my god.
This week I'm Olivia. I'll call you.
Yeah.
You're the squirrel.
I'm the mechanic this week.
Yeah.
I asked her if I could talk about it on the show on the pod, and of course she said absolutely, because we were laughing so hard about it. We were making all the jokes, but I was happy that it had a good ending.
That's why we're probably talking.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it.
I mentioned that to both of you later that night. I said, how funny that this went from something Ross called me and said, I don't know who else I can talk to about this, to I can't wait to talk about this on the pod.
Yeah. It's a quick U-turn around here at Good Sauce.
And she didn't bat an eye. She's a team player, so shout out, Olivia.
Yeah, no, that's
why we say wives and mothers, because they deliver. Yeah. Literally.
It's like, you know you're having a baby with someone, there's going to be times of need and to, be there for someone, but no one really expects that, and so you have to do it, and then you YouTube it, and then you look it up on the internet, and that's what, it says to do.
Yeah, I think anytime your partner delivers, like helps you with something that you needed help with, that's such a great feeling.
I will lean in, and I'm jokingly calling myself a hero, but I will not joke about and be honest and say it felt great to be able to
solve the problem.
Yeah, just to answer that pop quiz that existence gave us and get through it.
And you got like 1,000 husband points.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And dad points. See, you got points.
We ride, baby.
Good job.
You just earned like so much more video game time.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I did definitely drink a little tequila. Like I had to get like amped up.
Is that what you call it? Oh, tequila.
Yeah.
Got you.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
But do you guys ever find that we talk about good sauce, and one thing that I want to do in these next couple of episodes, by the end of May, I want to be able to objectively define, those two words, good sauce. Mm-hmm. And good sauce, I know when Joel and I were thinking about naming this program, this show, we wanted the word good because it's positive. And we looked at ourselves and thought of ourselves as, generally positive people. And then we also thought about sauce because that's where the flavor is. That's where that's where all
Do you remember how many other names we went through?
It was a lot of different names and comical amount of names to get to just good sauce.
Oh, yeah, you came to my house, I remember, and for hours. Do you remember what almost happened?
What?
OBT?
Oh, yeah.
Orlando Bro Time?
We almost had Orlando Bro Time, OBT. I mean, someone's probably going to take that now.
And that's a free agent at this point.
I liked On a Roll with Ross and Joel, and I wanted to do it in a bowling alley, but a year...
Bro, you said that like a bar, dude. That was a rap lyric.
On a roll with Ross and Joel.
No,
I want to do it while with ball.
No, but like I realized a year into this, the logistics to make that happen would be a little tough,
To always be in a bowling alley?
Yeah.
Also, it's a sound recording.
Right. And just the space, and it would be tough.
I think the constant pinfalls will be
but one thing.
Yes, good sauce.
Yeah, I know, but one thing that I want to put underneath the column of what is the definition of good sauce. Good sauce, one example of what good sauce is. Gong me. When life gives you these little pop quizzes, these opportunities to make sure or that ask something of you when maybe you weren't, it's random.
Yeah.
And then you come through.
Oh, yeah. Hey, gong me.
Gong 'em.
When life gives you breast milk, make lemonade.
Renato, gong yourself and then figure out something to say.
I only drink the finest breast milks.
I love you, babe. And I'm happy to be your husband. It's an honor to be your husband. It's an honor to be asked upon even in the gnarliest tequila searching events.
Were you talking to yourself, like drinking tequila, like hyping yourself up?
Yeah.
I would have had to.
I looked at the mirror. I was like, you got to do this.
Did you play Lowrider?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, my man.
Yeah. We will be right back.
Check out these sponsors. They're awesome.
Yeah, support local, shop local. You're listening to local. Do everything local.
Drink local breast milk.
A little too far there. You
bad.
need to hit up that mortgage guy, Don. He is your man. Here at Good Sauce, we are pro Orlando. We do our best to support local, shop local, and that mortgage guy, Don, is the definition of Central Florida local. Not only is that mortgage guy, Don, sponsoring our podcast, he's also sponsoring a fringe show. He supports the local arts. So, if you have any mortgage questions, you need to go to thatmortgageguydon.com or catch him on Real Radio 104.1 with his own show every Saturday at 9 in the morning. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.
And his little song rips.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Joel and I love supporting local businesses.
Especially if they're really cool.
College Park Foundation Records is one of the coolest, one of the best. If you are looking for some of the best vintage clothing, I'm talking about some throwbacks. They have it. They have amazing clothes. One of the best collections in the entire state of Florida.
They are what I'm trying to be.
They have the best selection in the state of Florida when it comes to vintage clothing, vintage records, and everything cool. If you have an entire collection of records, bring it in. See if you guys can make a deal. They're always on the hunt for more records.
Well, swap and shop. You feel me?
They're two brothers, and I've known them forever. They are some of the nicest, and to be honest with you, they've always been the coolest kids in school. Make sure you see my friends Alex and Peter Cohen over at College Park Foundation Records if you want a slice of some local cool. Hey, sorry, I came in real hot. I have a lot of coffee just pumping through my system. If you're just joining us, how you doing? My name's Ross. That's Joel.
Hey there.
That's Nico Renato.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
I like how we had that in human history, and we also had that, and welcome back.
And welcome back.
Like that's really the bookends, I think, of radio of, and welcome back. We have a cracker of a game. Versus, and welcome back. I enjoy knowing that that's part of human history.
Yeah.
I was just talking about coffee.
Oh, yes.
Listen to that. Listen to that. Coffee is one of those things in human. You talk about how do humans human?
Coffee.
Billions of people drink coffee. And that is awesome. I don't know. I made up that stat. It felt right.
I don't know if there's any way no one's going to do that poll.
Yeah. But Joel, I know that you might be like arguably the most passionate coffee drinker.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm aware of.
Yeah, my teeth haven't been white since I was in my early 20s.
You know what's weird though? I remember the first time I've done other things. Wink, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That
butt stuff?
Yeah, okay. No, I wasn't talking about that. I remember the first time I smoked weed. I remember but I don't remember the first time I ever had a cup of coffee.
Really?
I don't remember like that moment at all. I don't have that memory.
Well, I think it usually starts when you're a kid. You take sips of adults' coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, bah!
And it's just kind of the same with beer and wine. Mm-hmm. You're like, can I have one sip? And then you're like, ew, how could you ever?
Mm-hmm.
All right, dude. Did I say billions of people?
I believe so.
I should have said a billion people drink
One
coffee.
bill.
Around 1 billion people, or about 12% of the world's population, drink coffee daily.
And that's daily. That's daily ops.
Yeah, that's part of their life. You know how you breathe? You do that every day. You also drink coffee every day if you fall into that stat. You know, like it is, every day is a massive, at a very high rate.
Is it the most...
And I love it.
Is it the most imported thing in the world?
I don't know.
Because it only grows around the equator.
Yeah.
So if a billion people don't live there, I wonder if it's being sent... Huh.
But you are the William Wallace of coffee to me.
Oh, paint my face and let's ride. They'll take my freedom, but they'll never take my Americano.
What is your preferred way of enjoying
I have
some coffee?
Several.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's deeper than just drinking a cup of Joe. to me. Like
That's
there's
true.
there's a lot of different styles and different ways, and
To that point, I've had a lot of friendships that involved coffee drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I've usually defaulted to the other friend's preferred method.
Oh, cool.
Like my friend Jared,
Yeah.
he likes he does everything by hand.
All right.
He like grinds the coffee,
Old school.
does a just steaming pot on the stove, pours it over, does the whole thing, makes like a really hearty cup of coffee.
This kind of cup of coffee.
And to answer your question, currently iced Americanos all the way.
Iced Americano.
Take like 4 shots of espresso and then add
And just
ice.
water.
I don't even add that much water. I pretty much just drink a iced espresso and call it an Americano so I don't look insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, before we recorded today, I had like 5. I've had 5 shots of espresso. I'm not gonna lie, because I got a Starbucks for us.
Yeah.
And before that, I had okay, it's 6 shots of espresso. I had 2 from home.
Before
I got 4 more at Starbucks.
So coffee is.
I don't like talking about stats. It makes me sound different than I feel. I feel normal and fine. But
It was 8 shots of espresso. It was 8 shots of it.
I have an insulin pump of espresso. You know, mine's pretty bad. I'll drink a full pot of coffee at work, even at like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's wild. I like coffee, but I don't coffee at night.
I feel like I'm having some coffee therapy today here. I'm realizing it may be an issue.
I'm a large ice mocha frappuccino. No.
You just said 3 different drinks.
No, hold on.
I
have to
like
say it
iced
fast.
coffee with hot espresso
Poured over a frappuccino
over a
No,
frappuccino,
sorry.
cold brew macchiato.
on a bed of rice pilaf.
I have to say it fast. Hold on.
With
Ice
banana
mocha latte.
syrup.
Oh, okay.
Ice mocha latte.
Iced mocha latte. Yeah, you can only say it fast. Try saying it slow again. I
Ice
like oil over ice mixed in with frozen ice cube sweat stains.
Oil Mojo Poppy. Sorry.
I like the banana mocha Joe oil frappuccino.
I started with drinking black coffee, but my chest just started growing too much hair.
Yeah, dude.
Black coffee. People who drink a lot of black coffee. Joel's a big black coffee drinker.
Yeah, bro.
It's what you're actually drinking. I don't need anything to cover it up.
Yeah, different breed.
Yeah.
They're good people.
They're good.
You ever had
people,
you ever had a cup of Turkish coffee?
Yeah, I know what
It's got a riverbed at the bottom.
Yeah, and then it's straight mud. I like Vietnamese coffee.
Same.
They all have little distinct little thing, you know.
Yeah.
You ever had like a proper Italian espresso?
Do you? I don't know. I've been having a lot of Spanish like espresso.
Also good. I mean, anywhere around.
It's just filled with sugar every time I get one of them.
About
You
Bustelo?
can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do the sugar thing.
I don't do that. I just bitter and hot.
You better.
I've always been like a coffee pot guy, but I've been put on to the mocha pot system, and that one's pretty good. I haven't French pressed. I hear that.
How much do you French press?
It's a fun time.
I do quite a bit. I don't, you do it every day.
I plateaued, but I'm still trying to get my PR up.
Yeah, you get back in the coffee shop, your numbers will go up.
Yeah, just 2 weeks. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Third Christmas with my wife reporting in, trying to get a good coffee Christmas gift. Look up New York Times. What's the best French press? Find it, buy it, wrap it. Christmas, give it, open up. First words. It's plastic?
Oof.
God, so what I'm trying to say is I have a French press for
Classic.
you.
Oh.
I think no, thank you, brother.
Whoa.
I think we've had this conversation before. I just never took it. But thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Not on the podcast. I don't think we've had it on the podcast.
You're really Hulk Hoganing today.
yeah.
brother.
I do enjoy a good girly coffee drink as well.
You do.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite girly?
My favorite girly one, dude. Sometimes I'll just buy a Wizard coffee drink from Starbucks because I just want to fly, you know?
Yeah.
A wizard drink? What's that?
There's I
There's
like
actual
the
like little sparkles in it.
I'm a sucker for limited editions in basically every aspect of my life. And if
I'll
Starbucks
tell
has
you.
a movie promo,
I order his Starbucks. He likes an iced sugar cookie latte.
yeah,
No way.
I've done that.
Way.
Oh, that's pretty. I mean, yeah, I've tried it though. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
He
limited
likes
edition.
Yeah.
salted caramel sweet cream.
Let's ride.
See, that's too much.
No, I like it extra salted.
What are the ice shaken espresso? That one, brown sugar ice mocha.
Yep.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Frappuccino,
Yeah.
Americano, espresso machine,
And then when I go,
macchiato.
Massimo. I want a Massimo Volcom Billabong. Stussy.
Massimo Umbro Billabong.
Quicksilver.
Fubu.
Roxy.
Rockaware. Roxy.
Iced.
Can I get a little cold foam on top?
yeah. I love the cold foam.
Yeah.
I have theories about the cold foam.
Tell him.
I like it when I sip it and it bites back a little bit from the salt.
You know, you look like a cold foam guy.
What does that mean?
Ooh.
Are you snickering because
You look like. You know what? Now that I hear it, you do.
why? Take it back.
No.
You just look like you just give that
Are you
vibe.
You guys are acting like I have like canisters of cold foam in my fridge.
I'll tell you what it is equivalent to.
I think you do.
I
it's
have
like
multiple canisters of cold
I've
foam in
seen
my
them.
fridge
you do.
Yeah.
You're just admitting what's true. What it is
because
if,
of the salt.
if we'd never had beers with you before and we took you to our favorite bar and you were like, you know what? Oh, they have Blue Moon?
No.
And then you're just
Is Blue Moon worse than like cider though? I'm still trying to figure out if it's lame to get
It
cider.
depends
'cause
on
I
if
love
you
it.
need the orange.
Beer, Guinness, coffee, nitro, anything.
You just like a foam top.
whiskey sour.
No straw.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Never
yeah,
a
you got to
straw.
get that mouthfeel
Yeah. Are you a mouthfeel guy? Do you mouthfeel?
on foamy drinks. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, that's cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
ever
checks
want a
out.
straw. I don't think straws are I don't like straws.
You don't like straw?
I always say no thank you to a straw.
I sometimes
Of any drink. I can't think of a drink other
Unless it's a dark and stormy. I'll take the straw on that because
It's like a
the dark
rum.
because the dark and stormy
you're trying to separate.
the rum floats on top. So I want the straw to get the.
I'd
ginger
say
beer first.
tequila soda is the only one I'll take a straw with sometimes. I'd still prefer if not.
If it's got foam,
I'm team no straw ever.
if it's got foam, you best not be using a straw. That's a disrespect to the foam community. You cannot, because that's the reason why there's foam.
Pretty sure straws kill like turtles and I think unicorns and
Yeah.
babies. I'm not sure. Straws are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna. I'd be using a straw. I use straws,
That's fine. The blood's on your mouth.
but
Yeah,
the
bro.
foam. You can't disrespect the foam because, like, when you take the sip with the foam, then you have the liquid and the foam dancing. You got like a little duet happening at the same time. That's why beer.
It's got layers. Tiramisu.
It's a fun time. A liquid tiramisu, and tiramisus are already pretty wet.
You know what I tried this weekend was a chocolate flan.
Ooh.
Dude, flan. Give me an egg-based
Chocolate.
Mexican dish. I'll try it.
Flan tossed.
Yes, bro. Shanice does a pumpkin flan, bro.
Dude,
Out of
speaking
this world.
of flan, Mexico, Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th,
Yep.
all the moons aligned.
Is Cinco de Mayo a real holiday
I don't
in Mexico?
know. I have no idea.
Is that an American beer thing?
Probably. Allegedly.
I feel like at bars that's just an amateur night, but
like another reason to celebrate.
the day if you work at a bar, you want to work, but you don't want to work.
It's weird.
You know there's going to be a million people there, but you don't want to deal with them.
It's also my anniversary. Cinco de Mayo is my...
Is it?
Yeah, my 8-year anniversary, and I absolutely love having my anniversary on, like, a C-level holiday.
Yeah.
It's so great. It was Cinco de Mayo. That was my first date with my wife, and it was...
Where'd you go?
We went to the Milk District.
Wow, that was this has come full circle.
Yeah.
Yesterday you went to the Milk District. You're the mayor right now. Papa Leche.
Oh, you
over
are
here.
the milk district.
Yeah, bro. TG Lee Steve over here.
The CEO, CFO, founder, operator.
that really
Janitor.
did go full circle there. I don't.
What a way to celebrate.
Yeah.
And it was. Was it on Cinco de Mayo when this happened?
It was not. I think it was on the 3rd, though.
Yeah.
Dang.
I like how you were genuinely bummed out about that.
It's just like what you're talking full circle.
Yeah. If that had
It
been
happened on the anniversary.
wife milk mustache.
Cold foam.
I'd also like
Leche mustachio.
there's also like breaking baby news is he crawled.
I wouldn't call it that.
Yeah, break.
I think it's like an evolutionary step, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just the branding on breaking baby news.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe rethink it.
Breaking news.
Baby updates?
Baby update.
Smiley face? I mean, something?
No, I think I actually really like it. Breaking baby news. He learned to crawl this weekend,
Yeah, shout out Miles.
and it was very funny that like the first time he got on all fours and crawled is also though the same day that she went on all fours to then release Milk Dam had to go down. But he's
that's
crawling,
ironic.
He's
I
crawling.
know when to not comment.
He's crawling now, and it is. Everyone warned me. Yeah, it's a game changer. Right? Ball has moved.
Yeah. Everything's in play now.
I quickly realized how man, my house is way dirtier than I thought.
It's also way more dangerous than you could ever imagine.
The good news is that I think I have partied out a lot of the memories that I would usually have. I think that I would have had if I didn't party from the age of like 18 to roughly now.
Yep.
So that means that all of my memories, I think about this a lot of my memories have not been touched because nothing's replaced them. Huh?
Okay.
All right. I remember exactly what it was like to be a child, my thought processes, why I was acting the way I was, who I was as a child. And I think I remember that more than most people. That's an assumption that I
Do you think you remember that more than most people because that's how you are, or because you don't remember your early adulthood at all?
Ding, ding, ding.
Really? You think we only have a certain amount of storage?
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah. I think you can only have a certain amount of...
What if you had just kept remembering everything all the time?
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
I mean, there's
We'll never
people-
find out because
Well,
you smoked your 20s.
Yeah. There's people that compete with like memory and stuff, but
Yeah.
there's a limit to everything.
You're
And
saying you have a more vibrant, like vivid recollection
childhood
of
memory
this.
because I have nothing from 18 to 35.
From 18 till yesterday is a blur.
Yeah, exactly. So from roughly 4 to 18, I can like draw. I remember 2004 to 2008 way more than 2012 to 2022. But seeing him crawl, I look forward to I look forward to all the challenges. I'm trying to make the most of the childhood memories. Like, did you guys have like rampant imaginations as a child? Did you have those moments?
Still do, but yeah.
Yeah. But like,
I've never had a non-rampant imagination.
Like, do you remember? Is it the same one though? Same type of imagination as a child?
No, now it's terrifying. But I remember being like, I would watch movies and just think about them constantly afterwards and imagine, everything. And then there was nobody telling me not to ever. I know most people don't go through life like that, but I've had a unique situation where nobody was like, "Stop it, quit being weird." I've always been slightly encouraged to be weird, and it's kind of allowed for some different vibes in my life.
Did you have a rampant? Did you do act outs in the living room, Renato?
Oh yeah. I remember watching Rocket Power when I was a kid, and I remember cutting up a cardboard box and duct tape my feet to the cardboard box like a snowboard.
Absolutely.
And I I was part of the Rocket Power gang. I was part of the crew.
And
I would do it off of my couch. I would
you look like you would be part of the Rocket Power crew. See, you look at me and go, you would be assaulted.
You look like a foam guy.
You call me a foam guy. I call you the coolest person ever. That you would be part of the Rocket Power.
What's Rocket Power? I've never heard of this.
It's a Nickelodeon show where they would skateboard auto,
Like X Games style.
the McTwisty 900.
Wait, you don't know?
whatever.
Oh,
I don't know Rocket Power. I'm older than you though.
yeah, true. Yeah, Rocket Power was the shiz growing up for us. It was the coolest cartoon, I think.
I would
Coolest cast of characters.
the imagination.
Regina Otto.
I know. I think we've talked about my invisible friend, right? Have we talked about my invisible friend?
Was it an elephant?
Dude, oh man, this is wild. So two things that stick out to me when I was being a kid was I would always grab my brother's trumpet and pretend I was ripping and roaring and I was in the battlefields. So that was
In the battlefields as the trumpeter?
yeah, I had a sonic super sci-fi gun. I wasn't playing the trumpet. The trumpet was
I thought you were the guy in Revolutionary Times playing fife and drum.
everyone's playing cops and robbers. And I'm like,
I will motivate. I'm just gonna get you guys ready to win.
let me ask you, have you guys ever heard of this one? Who's into some Dizzy?
Dizzy's what got him going.
Yeah, Dizzy's got him going. No, so I would always use that. I remember for an entire summer
Trumpet gunning.
trumpet gunning. But for years, the biggest example of an imagination that I would look back on, I had an imaginary friend, and his name was Real Man.
Ooh. Real Man was your imaginary friend.
Kind of an oxymoron.
Well, that's the problem because it screams loneliness.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that I had a mouse. It was a mouse.
Real Man was a mouse?
Real Man was a mouse. Not real, not a man.
Ooh.
Imaginary friend mouse.
Would you let him up on your hand and he'd crawl?
No,
Or was he
I would
independently.
I would always talk to him when I was in the bathroom.
My man.
Yeah.
About what?
It's very The Shining.
It is very shining. Yeah, he was always on the kitchen sink, countertop,
Yeah.
and
It's like Jojo Rabbit, except it's
a mouse
a
named
mouse.
That's
Name,
cool though. I mean,
Real Man.
I don't think it's. I mean,
Real Man.
Real Man.
you still
Had a cape.
Oh,
you still have imaginary friends? No.
Did you have an imaginary friend?
Not really. I'm trying to think. I always had a Bugs Bunny little toy, so that was my boy. That was my guy.
but it was a real toy.
But it was a real toy though. And I had a Hulk Hogan, you press his chest and he's like, "Rawr,
Wait, is that why you say brother a lot?
brother."
Joel, did you have an imaginary friend?
I wanted one. I was just busy with all my real friends.
I wanted one, but they
I was slammed. I'm sorry.
didn't want to be my friend. So
I had other friends. I had real friends. They were called real friend, real man friend.
What animal were they?
They weren't giraffe.
just until I met those real friends, I had
Real Man.
imaginary friends.
The imaginary bathroom mouse.
I'm about to befriend
Your childhood imaginary friend is the scariest kid's book I've ever read. I talked to Real Man in the bathroom.
Yeah. I definitely would talk to a real man. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't there a cartoon mouse named Mighty Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse. He's here to save the day.
I saw.
on his way.
That's what Real Man looked like. I saw Mighty Mouse as a kid, and I really liked that mouse, and then that just stuck with me. So then Mighty Mouse. So I
I know
had
that song, which is famously lip sync by what iconic comedian?
I had no idea. I don't even know what song you're talking about. The Mighty Mouse song?
Mighty Mouse theme song.
The only mouse I know is Modest. I have no idea about the Mighty Mouse song.
I know
Andy Kaufman.
Dead Mouse.
Oh, Dead Mouse, great DJ.
there's a lot of-
Mighty Mouse, great cartoon hero. And then Modest Mouse.
There's a lot of
A great band from the early 2000s that
lot
I think are still around.
a lot of mice in the music game. All I'm saying is that, in conclusion, for episode 55, is I'm a hero,
Yep.
and I'm also very happy that my wife is okay. I'm happy to be there for her. Coffee is absolutely amazing, and they come out with very funny and silly products. I also need to maybe not flex on I don't remember anything from 18 to tomorrow.
Yeah, if you interacted with Ross during that portion of his life, he does not remember.
Dude,
Thanks, wives and mothers.
I've been forgetting names. People have been they, them for me for a while, dude. I have no idea.
Get it together. We love you.
Bye. His name is Mo DeWitt. Every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. Listen, if it's a slip and fall, if it's a car accident, you don't need to worry about who you need to hit up because he's got you covered. If you live in Central Florida, we try to go as local as we can. I keep bringing up local, and Mo DeWitt is exactly that. He's always throwing local events. He just threw a bowling event. He has all these VIP dinners. He always is reaching out into the community. He's always present, and he's always got your back.
And he's even sponsoring our upcoming Fringe show as well. Mo doubled down support for us. Support Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
After all of that,